Hello and welcome to the Alexis channel, where we review motorcycles, kit and equipment from the actual everyday users and riders point of view and test things according to their functionality rather than according to cosmetics. Now, fitting all the various things that you need for a big trip onto the limited space of a motorcycle has always been a big issue for riders, but luckily there are different solutions to the problem. And one of these solutions is the very robust standard pannier from Hepco Becker. Now, of course, you can have these endless discussions as to what is better, aluminium metal cases or these plastic cases, but I for myself can say that these metal cases are much better because they last much longer and they can take a lot of punishment and a lot of beating, as you can see here. And you can see from the condition of this pannier here with all its dents and cracks that it's highly doubtable that the plastic pannier would have survived all this. Now, in motorcycling, you know that a product is really good if it's all about health and safety. So allow me to demonstrate here on the Hepco Becker panniers, which are excellently designed to cope with various situations. So in the case of motorcycling health and safety, it's not just about protecting the rider, but also the motorcycle. And the Hepco Becker panniers, the aluminium ones, are perfectly suited for the job. I'm not so sure if your regular plastic pannier could do the same. Allow me to demonstrate. So let's go! So, as you can see, the pannier lifts the motorcycle up from the ground, the back here, and it's very easy for the motorcyclist to get his leg out from underneath and leave the scene of the accident very safely. And as you can see here, the panniers protect the motorcycle from any serious damage. Excellent! Thank you, Hepco Becker. And see how much room there is in here to just pack almost everything that you need on a big trip. You've got your chain loop, you've got your foot pump, then for medical kit, for other kinds of tools, then of course also for rain gear and various straps and so on. Oops. And then you also got your charger, cables, water and so on and so forth. And in the other pannier you can fit things like clothing, but unfortunately there's just no way that you're going to be able to fit a helmet in here. For that you really need the top box. Now, we've established that the standard aluminium panniers from Hepco Becker are very tough and solid, but the locks that come with them are actually terrible. They've broken many times already, 3 times on one side and I think once or twice on the other side. So if you're going to get a pannier from Hepco Becker, maybe try and go for the other models which are a bit more expensive, but then of course you'll get locks that last much better and much longer than the ones on the standard aluminium pannier. So after unfortunately the 3rd lock broke, I just gave up and I bought this little bicycle chain which I wrap around here, and then hopefully that will keep everything nicely enclosed. But I'm not going to buy a 4th lock which is going to break again after half a year just by opening and closing the pannier. It's just not going to happen. I did get fed up of buying new pannier racks for my Hepco Becker panniers every time I changed my motorcycle, so I just simply bolted them onto the ones that came with the bike. Now, one bit of maybe useful, maybe useless bit of information I can share with you is to never actually put any motorcycle lock that's made out of metal onto your panniers. I thought that worked fine, but it didn't, because eventually after a while it started eating the metal from the lock, started eating away here at the pannier frame. So maybe not such a good idea after all. So there you have it, the standard metal panniers from Hepco Becker, very tough, very durable, and withstand a lot of damage and beating. But I would suggest that if you want to get panniers from Hepco Becker, try going for the bit more expensive ones with better locks on that will last you longer. Thank you, enjoy. Ah yes, and some of you will be absolutely fascinated by my double top box solution. It's mainly to take the extra helmet, you know, many of these off-road helmets, they're quite wide, have this beak here and everything, and they won't fit into your regular top box, not 2 of them, so that's why the extra top box. But as it is always with Alexis, it's all about practicality rather than about cosmetics, and it does the job perfectly. But a few things that you have to consider. Just make sure that you use lots of nuts and bolts to hold the 2 top boxes in place. And one thing you can do, sometimes you maybe only want to use 1 top box, so a good thing to go around it to just simply take the top one off quickly is use these butterfly screw holders, whatever you call them, because they come off quite quickly. So one last message to all those real-world motorcyclists who I have undoubtedly inspired to put 2 top boxes on top of each other. Just when you're riding, always make sure that the top box stays empty to reduce wear and tear on the material. Only pretty much use it for your helmet, for example, when you're parking up and then you have lots more space to put all the stuff inside the bottom top box as well. So enjoy, life will become easier.